plain zebra is what I researched. The habitat of the zebra is in Africa in the grasslands. The physical characteristics and adaptations are they live in herds to keep safe and has black and white stripes. The zebra eats rhizomes, grass, and bulbs. The enemies are lions, cheetahs, and hyenas. My animal eats grass, bulbs, and rhizomes. This and its habitat is grasslands and in the Sahara Desert and Africa. The plain zebra is awesome.
The great white shark is the animal I researched. Its habitat is in tropical and temperate oceans. Its physical characteristics are a triangular-shaped fin, fast tails, and sharp teeth. It eats fish, mollusks, and people. The great white shark is a carnivore. As you can see, I learned some interesting things about the great white shark, such as it has no predators.
My animal is the giraffe. Its habitat is a grassland and savannas of Africa. Its physical characteristics and adaptations are that it can run very fast. It eats leaves, trees, branches, and mostly acacias. The giraffe's enemies are lions and tigers. Now you know what my giraffe does and eats.
I researched the Arizona jaguar. Its habitat is in the desert of Arizona, Mexico, and Panama. The Arizona jaguar's length is 3.5 to 6 feet, and its length is 70 to 250 pounds. Its tail is 1.5 to 2 feet long. The Arizona jaguar is a good swimmer, and the body is round with strong legs and brown paws. It eats small rodents, birds, reptiles, fish, deer, and cattle. Its prey is reptiles, birds, rodents, fish, deer, and cattle. Its prey is people. The Arizona jaguar is the best animal.
Armadillo lizards is interesting. The armadillo lizard's habitat is in a desert in South America. The armadillo lizard's physical characteristics are that it is 8 inches long and weighs 6 to 8 ounces, and its adaptations are it has protective scales. The armadillo lizard eats grasshoppers, termites, beetles, earthworms, and spiders. The armadillo lizard has no enemies, so you can see I learned lots of interesting facts about the armadillo lizard.
The European frog is my research animal. The European frog's habitat is the continent of Europe and lives in cities, towns, and farms. My animal's physical characteristics are that it can sleep through cold weather and burrows deeply in the soft soil. The European frog eats insects, spiders, larvae, and worms. The European frog does not have any predators. I learned so many interesting things about the European frog.
I chose the desert kangaroo to research. Its habitat is from Nevada south to Mexico desert. Its physical characteristics is its big feet, so it can jump away from danger. They have a thick long tail that looks like a paintbrush, and it is rubber. It is 12 to 15 inches tall. The desert kangaroo rat has very long, strong back legs for hopping.
The desert kangaroo rat eats plants, seeds, and insects. The enemies in the food chain are the rattlesnakes, horned owl, and coyotes. As you see, I've learned a lot of interesting facts about the desert kangaroo rat.
My animal is a black bear. The black bear lives in North America. The black bear can be found in the forests and mountains. My animal physical characteristics are: it has a thick coat, sharp claws, it climbs, runs, and swims well. The black bear eats plants and salmon. The black bear predator is people. I think black bears are amazing. The Arctic fox is a cool animal. It lives in Asia, Antarctica, Europe, and North America. The Arctic fox is in the dog family. It can camouflage itself in the snow. It only eats lemmings. The place in the food chain is eats lemmings. I liked the animal I chose.
My animal is the American bumblebee. My animal's habitat is in the United States, southern Canada, and North Mexico. My animal's physical characteristics and adaptations are that adult bees have black hairy bodies with yellow, orange, or red markings. My animal eats clovers and flowers. The American bumblebee has a unique elongated mouth parts that allow them to pollinate red clovers. The American bumblebee helps the environment.
An angelfish lives in the water. My angelfish lives in freshwater in South America. Its physical characteristics are that it is black and white and is 6 to 8 inches long. My animal eats plants, fish, and insects. My angelfish place in the fresh food chain is that it eats fish and plants. Its enemies are large fish. My animal was interesting to learn about.
The Nile crocodile lives in Madagascar. Sandy river banks along rivers, and in Africa it lives in fresh water. Its adaptations are that it uses camouflage and it can control its body heat. The Nile crocodile waits to complete stillness for a prey. The Nile crocodile eats fish, birds, and turtles. It even has a bird that pecks at its teeth, and the Nile crocodile is cool because it has sharp teeth.
Boa constrictor is the animal I decided to research. The boa constrictor lives in the rainforests of South and Central America. Rainforests are very wet. It has 2 claws under its belly to help it climb. The boa constrictor uses camouflage to blend into its background to help to not get to get eaten. The boa constrictor eats rats, birds, and lizards. Its enemies are larger birds. I learned a lot about the boa constrictor.
Bell's horned frog is what I researched. The Bell's horned frog lives in the rainforest in South America. The Bell's horned frog camouflages itself in the grass, wood, water, and other types of things. When the Bell's horned frog is scared, it hides from people. It uses camouflage so people can see it. My frog is part of the food chain. It eats mammals and amphibians. The bell-horned frog was very cool to learn about.
The Madagascar giant gecko is the animal that I choose to research. The Madagascar giant gecko lives on the island of Madagascar in Africa. The physical characteristics and adaptations that my animal uses is that it can camouflage itself. The Madagascar giant gecko eats insects and bananas. The Madagascar giant gecko's place in the food chain is that it eats mainly insects and its predator is a hawk. The Madagascar giant gecko is awesome.
The Adelie penguin was interesting to learn about. It lives in the Arctic and Antarctic. The Adelie penguin's physical characteristics are it has wings but cannot fly. It is also black and white and has short feet. The Adelie penguin can be 30 inches tall and weigh 9 to 14 pounds. Adelie penguins eat fish and invertebrates. As you can see, my animal is great.
I researched the bearded fireworm. Its habitat is the Mediterranean Sea and Florida. Its adaptations are it has a sharp-jawed mouth, bristles, and is poisonous. It eats coral and sea anemones. Its predator is the cone snail. The bearded fireworm is weird. It breathes through its feet, and the bearded fireworm is amazing.